Greetings, viewers, and thanks for joining me out in the shop today on the LS swap, getting it ready to go in. Now, you see the wiring harness down here. I went ahead and pulled that harness off because I'm going to be able to eliminate a lot of these wires and make the installation a lot cleaner. Remember when we took all that stuff out, fuse box, and there's a bunch of crap here that ain't needed. Well, I found out mostly what I need to do with this, and I'll show you when that time comes. I'm going to put a breaker, like a relay and a fuse panel on it. But yeah, I'll be able to unpin a bunch of the wires out of the computer, eliminate all this plastic crap that's half dried up, and make a nicer, cleaner looking wire loom. Now, you've seen I got all the panels cut of my wash machine floor panels for the Valiant, but more free stuff. Can't work on it right now. Under here are those fancy motor mounts. Now, you bolt them on like this with the countersunk attachments. Yeah, I'm gonna do some oil cleaning and probably change that oil pan gasket if I don't have to change the pan, and try to clean up some of these leaks. I got a back thing for it and stuff. But yeah, you take that off. Now I'll bolt on the part that goes onto the Chevy, and based on location, it'll bolt up in one of these sets of bolt holes down here along the bottom that position it correctly. Just by looking at it, it looks like I'm gonna have to go all the way to the front, most ones. I still think that oil pan's gonna work. I'll find that out in a minute. You didn't really miss a lot. Just unhook all your plugs. You know they'll only go back in one place. All right, now I did take the starter out so I could get to the torque converter bolts. If you're not familiar, you can get to them right in there and see where they're gone from. I got my transmission cooler line saved. Let's see, I think that's about everything you saw in the last episode. I eliminated all these wires down to here. We took the AC stuff out, took out some of that cooler, but I can still reattach to that transmission cooler. I think that's it. I hear my dog hollering. Oh, I took the throttle cable out, and I'll try to fish that wire harness through there for the drive-by-wire. Yeah, I didn't show a bunch of it because we were just bullshitting and taking bolts out. And I mean, it's pretty easy undoing all the wires and fishing them out. That U-Haul box thing, okay, that was just a cover over the speedometer connection. So it couldn't be unhooked. It had nothing to do with U-Haul other than a little box to help you knot. And see, it's got these weird nuts in the ends. Was so you couldn't unhook the speedometer and get free miles from U-Haul. So it was really nothing inside that box, just a cover. All right, that about brings everybody up to speed, I think. I'm so ready to get this in. We took it out as one piece. I'm gonna put it back as two pieces. But today's mission is to see if that motor will set in between those frames back there without my exhaust hitting. I may need to get different manifolds and see where these mounts line up, and do I really need to change my oil pan. So we're gonna get this thing, get the transmission off of there, get it ready, and yeah, I'll be back with you in a minute. Tell you some more. I know you might like to see all that stuff happening, but sorry, it was just, yeah, literally a few bolts, taking some pieces off, unplug everything and throw it in a pile. It'll only go back together one way. But anyway, I'll show you what I do so you'll know in the end. Yeah, so I'll be back with you in a minute here. All right, now I got the mounts bolted on, but they're just sitting there loose because I don't know what's gonna happen. We got the motor up in the air, everything off of it and out of the way, fuel lines, etc. Transmission came right off, no problem there. I'm gonna have to take that flywheel off because I want to put a new rear seal. I'm going to do front seal maybe, but I might not too. I don't know exactly on that yet. But now we're going to try and set it down in there. It looks like plenty of room. Everything should be out of the way. I'll keep you posted as it goes along here. All right. What happened? It went in. Check this out. I still have room to go backwards on my motor mounts, my new custom pads. So I can go back further. I have room to go back further, and ultimately I think I'm going to put it in the last holes so it can go back as far as it wants, because I'll have room with my exhaust against the body. I'm off the frame with the factory exhaust manifolds. I'm down past it with the cut part too. Now I may have to get those studs and pipes out and put them on after the fact, because I think once I weld the O2 bungs and shit back on, it might be too big, but that is a thing for another day. Today was, will this fit? Now that's the same oil pan, the same GMT 800 oil pan. And look at all the rim. It's nowhere close to hitting anything, so that's awesome. And it barely hangs down below the frame horn there. Plenty of room for the transmission. I'm going to reroute my brake lines over there because somebody routed them in the wrong place and they're really close to the exhaust, and boiled brake fluid doesn't sound like a good thing. So hang on, let me get my ass up off the floor. All right, now this did not even require excessive cursing. There was plenty of room to lower it down and scooch it back. And damn it, if it didn't fucking clear everything, man. And that is awesome. Over here, I have one bolt in the exhaust. It's right above the frame, but it's not hitting it when it's level. And like you see on the plate here, you can still see that last hole. So I can still slide back. Everything forward of the engine presented zero issues, and everything behind it, while close, presented zero issues. So now I got to take it back out. I'm going to put some seals in. We're going to bolt those mounts to the plates, because I think it'd be harder to mount them to the plate when it's in the vehicle, and it'll make it more challenging when it goes back in. But there's room for everything. Very nice fit in here. Yeah, man, damn. I am fucking excited. I can tell you that. Yeah, so that's probably enough for today. 10 minutes on putting the motor in the Chevy. Now I will put the transmission in separate. I think I've already said that. And then bolt it up in place. I can get to the torque converter bolts easily through the starter hole. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that this went along so well. So thanks for joining us for test fitting the LS in the OBS. Stay tuned for more. It's going to be running soon. Next episode will be permanent installation and hookup, and maybe I've learned something more by then. So Oswald's around here somewhere. Got my buddy. Couldn't do it without the help, though, of my friends, Oswald and Slim. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. It's free, easy, and painless. And you've enjoyed some of the best mediocre automotive content on YouTube's. I sure appreciate you. I love you. Come back for some more. Have a super great day.